Hello friends, today we are going to play the most scary Three Little Pigs horror game ever. To find out what's in my room, you need to like and subscribe. Come on, I'm waiting. Well, 3, 2, 1.
There's a puking pomni here today.
To be honest, even the beginning of this game scares me a lot. Okay, let's hit the play button and we're going to go play with you right now. To be honest, I'm really scared of what's going to happen here next.
The time, 3 little pigs left their mother's house to build their own homes. The first pig built his house out of straw because it was quick and easy. The second pig built his house out of sticks.
They really ran away from their mom to build their house. Okay, they're selective in terms of the material they're going to build their houses with, but it looks like this wolf is going to stop them from building their houses.
Oh my God, what was that just now? That was like some kind of screecher. Well, okay, look, there's a button here. Let's press it. The beginning of this game is really as scary as possible, but I guess we'll see what happens next.
Hello, I am the first pig. I need to protect myself from the wolf.
It looks like he's going to lead us somewhere through the forest path. This is the first piglet, and he wants to protect himself from the wolf. He wants us to advise him on his choice of material for the house.
As far as I remember, the first piglet chose a house made of straw, so we need to choose the first material option for him. To be honest, I think this material is as unreliable as possible, but it looks like he made his choice.
Wow.
Let's see what kind of house he will build. Hopefully the wolf won't be able to trap him in a straw house.
Okay, let's head over to this house. It looks like it's nighttime, and right now we're going to be watching what kind of house he's built. My God, look at this house. It looks extremely unreliable. I feel like this house could be broken down by absolutely anyone.
Okay, let's see how he spends the night. Hopefully he'll be able to survive. Let's see what this house looks like inside. No, unfortunately we can't look at it. We can only observe it from the outside.
Look, it looks like a wolf showed up right here and wants to sneak in. I hope this guy doesn't succeed because honestly, he looks as creepy as possible. Look at his long, sharp claws. I think he wants to kill that pig badly.
We still need to see how he's going to behave, so let's see what's going to happen inside this house. Oh no, God! It looks like he knows the wolf is outside, and right now he's trying to survive the night. I feel like there's going to be some kind of screamer right now. God, I'm as scared as possible.
Okay, wait, seriously? You were a screamer? Well, okay, well, he scared me, but I was absolutely not scared of this screamer. His face does look very scary here. I think I'd be afraid to see something like that in the night. I hope this pig is alive for now. He says he won't let him inside despite his threats.
Though the wolf is sure he'll definitely be able to do it, he has already started breaking this house. By the way, that sound is absolutely nothing like straw breaking. It's more like some other sounds. And look at that. The wolf broke down the door and managed to get into this house after all. Looks like he's eating that piglet.
Oh no, God! Look at this. I'm getting the most frightened by this picture. I hope I never see it again. Oh my God, it looks like he ate it after all. Well, like we said, the straw house would be the worst hiding place because it's unreliable, and he couldn't save that piglet.
And we move on, and it looks like there's only 2 piglets left. Looks like the first piglet is beyond saving. Oh my God, why are they showing his head right in the camera? Okay, let's go help the second pig right now. Hopefully, the wooden house will be more stable and he can still survive.
Okay, let's pick this particular piglet and go ahead. Apparently, he lives in some kind of forest.
Hi, I'm the second pig. The wolf is coming and I need to protect myself quickly. According to the story you heard, what material will I use to build my house?
Apparently, he wants us to help him with materials to build a house. I think we should choose a wooden house because we learned that the first material was as unreliable as possible.
Well, let's pick the second option right now. For some reason, we click on wood, but straw is selected. I don't understand why that's happening. Oh my God! Look at this. This looks like some maximum creepy face, and right now it's appeared in front of us. Oh my God, it looks like the face of a wolf.
Honestly, I'm getting as freaked out as possible by that face and everything he's trying to tell us. Okay, this guy seems to want to talk to us very badly, but we don't need it at all. We're back to material selection again, so let's try to choose wood material here because the straw just disappeared somewhere.
Well, okay, we finally picked that material. Apparently, this little piggy will now be building a house out of wood. He's hoping the wolf doesn't find it.
Wow, thanks for the help. I hope the wolf doesn't find me.
It looks like he's now built this house, and right now we're moving on to nighttime. The house looks a little more secure, Hopefully this house will actually give him shelter from the wolf and he won't attack him.
I'd better go in.
Let's send this piggy inside the house and see what happens next. Oh no, the wolf has started to reappear. It looks like he's going to eat the second piglet now. Let's see what happens next. He started knocking on the door, but I don't think the piglet is going to open it for him.
And look at this. The wolf has decided to trick the pig and says his brother is at the door. I don't think we should believe him. He asked his brother to appear at the window, but the wolf just showed his brother's dead head. This guy's a real sadist.
Okay, it seemed the light was out now, and the wolf appeared right in front of the piglet. Apparently, the wooden door wasn't a reliable method of hiding from him either, and now he's killed the second piglet as well. God, those shots in this video are as creepy as possible. I think the person who created this footage is truly disgusting.
Wait, seriously, they decided to put memes in here? Okay, that's really super dumb. Well, looks like there's no saving the other pig. We see the satisfied face of the wolf who killed another pig brother. Looks like this guy's a real maniac.
And to his brother's stick house. The wolf followed, huffed, puffed, and blew that house down too. The two pigs ran to their brother's brick house. The wolf tried to blow it down.
And now we're going to move on, and it looks like we're about to look at the story of the third little piggy. Let's pick him out quickly and go with you to help him build a new home.
Save us, brother. We are all dead. You are your last hope. Burn yourself, your house next to the wolf. Sacrifice yourself for us, and for all the victims he made.
We see the third little piggy, and he is asking that we can save him too. So right now we need to help him choose the materials to build his house.
The wolf. According to the story you heard, what material will I use to build my house?
I think we should definitely go with a brick house this time. For some reason, we've been asked to make it burn itself down before. Oh my God, did you see that? That was really scary again. In fact, I'm being creeped out as much as possible by the animations here.
Now we've chosen brick, and right now we're seeing this house made of bricks. Oh, okay. From the looks of it, right now this guy is going to build a house of bricks, and I hope that really helps him. But for some reason, we were asked to have the third brother burn himself down.
Wow. Thanks for the help. I hope the wolf doesn't find me.
Okay, let's see what happens next. Look, it appears to be a fuel canister, and for some reason he's asking us to find it.
Gasoline?
Okay, let's point to the fuel canister. Hopefully he won't do anything rash.
Well, he has a fuel canister now, and it will help him build a house. He just wants to build a fire. Okay, look at that. It looks like he wants us to help him find a lighter, and that's here too. We pointed that lighter out to him, and now that lighter belongs to him too.
By the way, look at that sad sun and sad moon. They didn't seem to like the sights they had seen the last 3 times. Okay, now helped him build the house, and right now he'll head inside so the wolf can't get in.
To go inside.
Let's see what the wolf does when he gets near this house. Hopefully he won't be able to get in. And by the way, here he comes right now. He's on his way in. It looks like he wants very badly to try to get in, knocking on the door.
It looks like the third piggy is really scared, and he already knows it's the wolf knocking on the door, so he wants to use the gasoline according to the plan. Wait, but what's the plan? Is he going to do what his dead brothers asked him to do? That's about as reckless as it gets.
I hope he doesn't do that after all. Instead, he'll somehow burn the wolf. And by the way, look at that. The wolf was able to get inside that house, but it looks like that little pig threw a lighter. Apparently, he doused the whole house with gasoline so that the two of them would burn.
Look at this. Everything in this house is on fire. Looks like that little piggy put that plan into action after all. Oh no. This is the most tragic ending imaginable. Well, it looks like this really is one of the creepiest games we've ever played.
And by the way, did you even see those 3 creepy faces? Okay, looks like something scary happened here. And by the way, look at the wolf. Not about to go completely up in flames, but right now he's disappeared somewhere. Looks like the piglets got what they wanted after all.
The wolf is burned, and it looks like we are now seeing the ghost of this wolf. To be honest, he looks a little weird. Okay, what's going on here is really as dumb as possible. This ghost says that a witch did this for revenge, and he wants a happy ending. But he's going to burn in hell for his actions.
God, everything that happens here is really maximally scary and creepy. Honestly, I don't think we've ever seen a creepier game in our lives. By the way, this ghost says we need to go after the witch to save my brother, and I'm still not at all sure what's going on here. But it looks like this is the end of this creepy spectacle after all.
Look, it says here that they can rest in peace. This was really happening to put their souls to rest. Okay, wait, seriously. It looks like this guy wasn't completely burned after all. Some black silhouette appeared behind him and took him away. Well, okay, that was about as creepy and scary as it gets.
Now let's move on to the next video. Look at the way he took off. Looks like this guy took a tremendous amount of damage, but from the looks of it, it's actually Iron Man. Okay, this looks like a very cool stickman.
Now we're going to watch Batman drive away from the missile. Right now it's following him, but it looks like Batman hit a wall. That motorcycle fell right on top of him. That was about as painful as possible. He also got hit in the head with a rocket. That was maximum obnoxious behavior.
But now Spider-Man is falling on a huge mountain of dynamite. It looks like it's going to explode really hard right now. Oh no, look at that. Turns out this dynamite doesn't explode at all. He's lying there relaxing on this dynamite. He's very lucky because he didn't get hit that hard.
Now we look at the next character. I think he was much less fortunate than everyone else. After all, the amount of motorcycle parts seem to have felt all of his pain. But this is Iron Man, after all, and I feel like he shouldn't have been in so much pain. Oh, okay, we're watching Spider-Man again.
It looks like there's a huge number of missiles flying at him right now. Oh my god, I think that Spider-Man was in maximum pain, but it looks like he managed to hide from what the rest of the missiles flew at him. But no, it looks like that missile got him.
Now we're watching Deadpool falling down in some weird orange thing. It looks like it's some kind of trampoline or some kind of force field that keeps him from falling down. But it seems to me that once he flies outside of it, he's going to fall down really painfully.
Yeah, look at that. Looks like it's gone through the force field and is about to go down. Oh no, look at that. That force field pushed Spider-Man really hard, and right now he's flying straight into the wall. By the way, he did a really nice job of parrying that metal thing right over his head.
He really made like a real Spider-Man, and now he's flying through a huge amount of dynamite. Right now he's flying in some unknown direction, okay? That was really, really weird.
Now we're looking at Batman riding a skateboard. It looks like he's about to pull off some unrealistically cool stunt right now. He stands up on the back of this skateboard and jumps off.
Okay, now we're looking at Spider-Man, and he's hit his head pretty hard. I think the chances of surviving a blow like that are minimal. Oh my god, did you even see that? That was unbelievably painful. He hit his head on that corner, but now it looks like he's going to fly down that same track on a rocket.
It looks like that rocket exploded, causing him to be in insane pain. Now he's rolling down in an unrealistically weird pose. Yeah, he really did it just like that.
Okay, now we're watching arrows fly at him. Looks like he got hit in the head with this weird thing. Well, let's keep watching this guy. I think he's really had a lot of bad luck today. And now he's decided to ride down on this motorcycle.
But it looks like that missile hit him right in the head. He also fell on that dynamite. I think his luck was over. He did a tremendous amount of somersaults in the air. It really looked like some kind of parkour or something.
Well, he's got a bonus for the crazy stunt, and we can finally move on. In fact, I think there are too many different edits here. I'm more interested in watching these stickmen break all the time, and I think right now he's falling down with that steering wheel in his hands.
It looks a little weird, but it looks really funny. And yet he fell. But it looks like he fell like he was a handball player. I think there's a real overabundance of edits here.
Now we're looking at Spider-Man's new descent. It looks like he flew into the air because of this dynamite he stepped on. He did a somersault, and now he's flying further. In fact, Spider-Man's moves in this video are super cool.
Okay, now he's further along. It looks like right now he did a somersault, but he hit his head. It was the most painful head bump of his life. And now we're looking at Iron Man trying to transport all that dynamite.
But it looks like it fell right on top of him! And by the way, look at the funny way he went down! Well, that tire went right over his head! Okay, now we're looking at the Flash. I think he's flying right into a giant mountain of dynamite!
Apparently there's about to be a very big explosion. Yeah, look at the way this guy's transport started acting weird. Okay, he fell on a huge mountain of dynamite. This is truly legendary.
And now we're looking at Batman going down. But it looks like he's a lot less lucky. After all, there are missiles flying after him, and this one hit him right on the head. Oh my god, that landing was as painful as possible. I think he was in maximum pain.
I wonder what falls will be next. Let's take a look at that. It looks like we are now watching Spider-Man going through a very difficult course. but he still didn't manage to do it perfectly, and he did a huge number of different somersaults.
That guy was really, really unlucky, but I don't think he got hurt too bad. Now we're looking at Iron Man, and he's a lot less lucky because his motorcycle broke down completely, and he took a lot of damage.
Right now, he's flying somewhere down. It looks like his landing is going to be as painful as possible. And now we're watching Flash, and he's decided to drive some weird car. I think it was a lot harder to win with that car.
Okay, he's moving on. Apparently, this guy's gonna have a really painful fall, because I feel like if he falls realistically in that pose, it's going to be super painful. Yeah, it really does feel like footage from a movie that's playing on the screen right now.
Actually, it's quite strange that superheroes use transportation as they have superpowers with which they can move much faster. Well, now Spider-Man is off the track again with the steering wheel in his hands.
It looks like that steering wheel is really maxed out for him, and he falls down with it. God, that landing was unrealistically painful, and right now he's got another tire coming at his head. Jesus, this is the ultimate injury sport.
Oh my God, did you see that? He landed on a huge mountain of dynamite, and right now various missiles were still flying towards him. But it looks like he got lucky and didn't take much damage.
And here's where he hit his head on the giant metal ball. No, look at that. That thing's gonna be really painful to land. No, it looks like landing this thing is gonna be super painful.
And now it looks like we're watching Spider-Man flying forward on this motorcycle. And right about now, he went down, right with his knees on the floor. Boy, that impact was incredibly painful. I'm watching all these falls, and it's like I empathize with all the characters.
Because everything that happens here, I think, is absolutely impossible to replicate in real life. By the way, look at the funny pose he fell in. I think it's one of the most epic landing poses ever.
And now it looks like this Spider-Man is riding forward on a motorcycle. Oh no, it looks like he's about to get sawed by this giant saw. Oh my God, I think he's in a lot of pain. Look how close he was to the second blow. It looks like he's starting to move in the funniest possible way.
It's really very much reminiscent of the Spider-Man dance from the movie. It looks unrealistically funny. Oh my God, look at that funny insertion. Okay, that was super funny.
Well, now Spider-Man has decided to ride his motorcycle down these stairs, but I think that was a disgusting idea, because that motorcycle hit him in the head, and he did it several more times.
I think he's gonna get a concussion after that. Although, I think a concussion is the least likely thing to happen after a tire blow like that, and now he decided to fly right into that spinning thing on the bike, but I think that was as reckless as possible.
It's actually pretty weird that Spider-Man uses a motorcycle. I've never seen him do that in the cartoons. By the way, he flies down in the most epic pose possible, that he couldn't avoid being hit by arrows.
Okay, looks like we're looking at the next track. And right now, he's managed to get over that weird spinning thing. Oh no, look at that. His car has come to a complete stop, and right now he's flying into a giant chasm.
Looks like his landing was as bad as possible. Okay, well, now it looks like he fell out of the car altogether. And right now he's hitting his head on this giant metal ball. Oh God, I felt the most sorry for him because of the way he fell down.
Well, right now we're getting to the creepy Peppa Pig animation.
Look at that! It looks like it's as dark a night as possible around her house, and right now she's playing on the computer. Looks like she's watching some bird cartoons.
By the way, something strange is happening to her brother George. His eyes look as unnatural as possible, but it looks like the computer's frozen. And look at that, it's starting to show some of the creepiest symbols possible.
It looks like something terrible is about to happen. Look at this! The whole place is starting to distort. George looked even more frightened.
It looks like something scary is happening to them. A red liquid has appeared on the computer screen, and I think something unusual has happened to Peppa Pig. Peppy George is really freaked out about it and starts to move away from her.
But look at this! She pulled out a knife and stabbed George with it. But now it looks like Papa Pig's here to break them up.
George tries to escape, but Peppa Pig has beaten his daddy. He's screaming all over the house. It sounds really, really scary. Oh my God, listen to that. I hope he's okay.
George ran downstairs, but Peppa Pig was on TV. Apparently, something terrible and irreparable is really happening. This TV can't be turned off.
Okay, it looks like George is really maxed out, and now he's running to his mom. He runs into the kitchen, but it looks like Mom is on the phone. He wants to tell her that something scary is happening to Peppa Pig, but she pays absolutely no attention to him.
Well, now it seems she heard him, and now she's going after him. Oh my God! Look at this. Something disgusting has happened here. All the walls are dirty and the couch is ruined. Mama Piggy is very angry about it.
But now Peppa Pig showed up. Would you look at that? She's gotten behind Mommy Piggy and stabbed her several times in the back. Looks like George is in danger.
He ran into the other room with the phone and looks like he's going to call the police right now. Let's see who he actually called. There's a good chance someone's going to help him.
Yes, he did call the emergency services and asks that they come to his house. It looks like the police are going to their house right now. Hopefully, he will be able to save the whole family. It's possible that her family is still alive.
Let's see how fast they get there. I hope they make it in time. Oh no, look at that. Peppa Pig has gone completely insane, and right now she's performing some maximum scary rituals.
It's like she's absorbing the soul out of Mama Pig. Yeah, she turned her into a zombie. Oh, now what? This piggy will obey her. That's the worst possible.
She made her mom obey by turning her into a zombie. And look at that. She also tried to turn a dragon, and now that dragon has come back to life. It's even got red liquid coming out of its eyes. God, that's really as scary as it gets.
I hope these cops can save Peppa Pig's entire family. This is unbelievably scary. Let's see if the police can get inside this house. I hope they can do it, and they can actually get in.
Okay, they broke down the door, and it looks like they're going to make an arrest right now. Hopefully, they'll be able to stop Peppa Pig with the weapons they have. Let's see how this all continues.
Police officers proceeded to the house, and it appears they saw the writing on the wall. It looks like Peppa Pig had tried to frame her brother. She wrote that George was here, but in fact, George was absolutely innocent of anything.
Okay, I hope the police officers figure out what's really going on here. They noticed a dragon sticking out of this TV, and for some reason this guy decided to taste this weird consistency. I don't think that was the best decision.
I hope this writing wasn't done with poop. Otherwise, this officer just ate poop like that. Okay, they're discussing something, and apparently right now they can hear that creepy Peppa Pig roar. But it seems like they keep suspecting George of doing something bad.
They want to go to the second floor. Hopefully, they can find the real culprit. Let's see where they actually go. They decide to split up, and this weird cop decides to go to the second floor.
He seems to be hearing sounds from the second floor, and right now he's going up there to find out who's actually making those creepy noises.
What really scares me is the fact that they continue to suspect George. From the looks of it, they are really going to hunt for him specifically in this house. I hope they don't hurt this kind little guy. He's hiding in his room right now, and would you look at that? Running right up to him.
It looks like she stabbed him and threw that knife at the light switch. Oh my God, look at that! George just turned the lights back on, but it looks like Peppa's turned into some kind of creepy creature.
Oh no! Look at that! It looks like Peppa dropped dead and George had a knife in his hand at the same time. It looks like all suspicion has now fallen on George.
Apparently this cop is going to arrest him right now. I really hope he really is going to be okay. Oh no! Look at him, he's got a gun on him! It looks like the very dragon she tamed appeared near Peppa, and that's when George managed to get away!
The house seems to be filled with George's enemies. I really hope he's going to be okay.
This police officer is trying to radio his colleague to report to him about what he saw here. But it looks like their investigation is going in the wrong direction. You look at that dragon. He's acting as strangely as possible. And it looks like right now he's going to attack. I hope he's okay and doesn't eat him.
Oh no! Look at that! He really bit him! Oh my God, it looks like he's really hurting as much as possible. Oh no! Look at that! It went right into his mouth. Looks like Peppa Pig's cunning plan is really coming to fruition, and now there's one less police officer.
The second police officer saw Peppa Pig's mom in the kitchen, who is sneaking up on him right now. But it looks like she's not going to stop.
Look at that! He shot her several times, but she stood in one place for a very long time, and the bullets seemed to do her absolutely no harm. Oh my God, look at this. It looks like they're going to start turning into other creepy creatures right now. This is about as horrible as it can get, and I'm really hoping that George can get some help here.
Apparently, these cops are now doomed to stay in this house. Oh my God, look at that! He's starting to turn into a giant dragon. It looks like George has decided to go back to that computer. Apparently right now he wants to open the portal back up, but that's when that creepy Peppa Pig comes running in, and right now she's lifting George up. Does she really want to eat him?
Oh Oh no! Would you look at that? Some creepy hand pulled George back in. And would you look at that? In this dimension, he found Peppa Pig's spider. It looks like he's the one who saved him, but I hope he doesn't kill him over it. God, I feel as bad as possible for George because he's been dealt the creepiest fate possible.
It looks like there's a report on TV right now that George is missing. Oh my God, that's as awful as it gets! I hope he's okay and that the world he's in doesn't hurt him. George is very, very unlucky.
Well, this animation seems to have several parts, and to be honest, the first part scared me insanely bad. So right now, I propose with you to watch a comparison of character powers from the Sonic universe.
I'm very interested in finding out who is actually the strongest of all the characters in this universe. So let's head straight with you right now to finally start comparing them.
The first person we'll be comparing will be Sonic. It looks like we will be comparing him to Dr. Robotnik. I think it was obvious that Sonic would beat him because that Doctor is a really weak character.
Now let's see who's stronger. Of course, the egg pod will be stronger because it's a spaceship after all, but now we're going to see who's the stronger of the two, and obviously it's going to be Sonic.
Of course, when he's electrically charged, he's much more powerful, but he's still even stronger than Dr. Eggman. He's only got 5 units of strength. I don't think there's anyone weaker than this guy, because he's really as weak as possible. But the Death Robot turns out to be much stronger than the original Sonic from the second movie.
If it's electrically charged, it will still be half as weak as this giant robot. But Supersonic will be much stronger. After all, it has many more units of force. Wait, are we really gonna compare him to Geralt? But Geralt's one of the weakest characters. Like, 5 units of strength. Bro, you're a total asshole.
Okay, comparing them was really maximally stupid because this guy is really mega weak. Now let's compare them to Dr. Eggmaster. It's pretty weird that he's the same strength as Dr. Geralt. Now we're gonna compare them to a space colony. This space colony has as much as 450 units of strength. That's really quite a lot. I don't think there are many people who can really compare to it on an equal footing.
Let's see what other characters can at least closely match this space colony. I feel like Shadow should definitely be at least somewhat close to them. But unfortunately, he only has 172 units of strength. Now let's look at how strong Supersonic is, and it's unfortunately weaker than the space colony as well. In fact, it's really kind of weird that the space colony is that strong.
Interesting, maybe classic Sonic could be a bit stronger, but he only has 180 units. It looks like he was able to match the space colony, but now we'll compare him to the deadly robot egg, and they're pretty much equal. This robot only had 2 less units of strength than Sonic. I don't even remember him in the cartoon, and he's really quite weak.
Although right now, he's at 106 power units. Now let's compare it to a dragon egg. The dragon egg has 500 power. I think there are very few people who can match it in strength. By the way, Sonic from Sonic's Adventures has 400 power units, which is really quite a lot. Let's take a look at how many power units Sonic from Part 2 has here. There's only 410 of them. We definitely need to find some character who can be stronger than him.
I really hope we can still find some character that can actually be his equal. And look at that! This version of Sonic has 440 power. That was almost close to a dragon egg, just like Shadow. But we didn't find any characters that could be stronger than him because all of these characters are pretty close to what he really is.
Well, I hope we can find a much stronger character after all. By the way, look at that. Shadow was only 10 units short of his power. The new Sonic was much stronger than that dragon egg. And now we compare it to a biological lizard, and it has a whopping 1,200 power units. Is this creature really that strong?
I think we're going to have a lot of trouble finding a creature that's actually stronger than him, because those creatures are really quite scarce. This version of Sonic only has 550 power, but it's entirely possible that we could still find someone who is at least equal in power to him. I can't even believe that this brown lizard can be so strong and so much stronger than all the other characters from Sonic. It even seems a little weird.
Absolutely no one can compare to this lizard. It seems like all of these characters are really as weak as possible. But I hope we can still find someone who is at least equal in strength to this creature. And it looks like we have. Look at Sir Lancelot's 9,700,000 units of power. It looks like one of the strongest creatures ever.
And now I'm thinking that this creature will have absolutely no equal. There seems to be a space colony here that has 15.2 quintillion power. That's realistically one of the most gigantic values in this game. I don't think we'll definitely be able to find anyone stronger than her. After all, even Excalibur has 100 million power, which is way too little.
Let's see what other characters are here. Black Sonic's 4 billion is quite a lot, but unfortunately it certainly can't be more than a space colony. Maybe we'll find a character that turns out to be stronger. But it looks like we've really found some of the strongest characters in this comparison. I hope we're at least getting close to that. After all, someone has to beat them for sure.
By the way, to be honest, I didn't even know there were so many varieties of these characters in the Sonic universe. There really are a lot of them. You're surprising me. Okay, let's take a look. It's quite possible that we'll find at least one that will be much stronger than this space colony. And by the way, the characters we're shown now really do turn out to be as strong as possible.
And they're already even slightly close in values to this space colony, but they still don't prove to be stronger than it. Well, I'm still holding out hope and hoping that we'll find at least one that turns out to be stronger than her. By the way, Super Shadow is already maxed out, but still wasn't as strong as the colony. It's quite possible that we still need to wait until we get a character that's at least close to that value.
Honestly, I think these stats are really super small to overpower an entire space colony, but look at how many characters were offered here. Hopefully we'll still see someone stronger at some point, and I think we're finally getting to that character. Yes! Look at him, he's much stronger than this space colony.
But now we've met the Time Eater, and even he turned out to be weaker than the modern Supersonic. But now they decide to show us the regular version of Sonic, and it turns out he's even stronger than the Time Eater, and he's 3 times stronger. Okay, it looks like we're now seeing the strongest characters in this entire universe, and I think they're really going to be as hard to beat as possible.
And look at the strength of Hypersonic. I don't think anyone can be stronger than these characters. But Shadow's Hyper is a little stronger after all. Wait, really? Supersonic from the old comics could be stronger than Hypersonic? That seems even a little weird. Honestly, I don't believe it at all.
But it seems like this comparison was really compiled by some maximally weird person because he decided to give them too much importance, and I don't think we're going to find a villain who is stronger than all the characters who appear on the left. He's so powerful that significance doesn't fit in my head anymore. It seems to me that there are simply no such numbers. Still, let's keep watching this comparison.
It's quite possible that we'll get to the strongest character. I'm very interested to see which of these characters turns out to be the strongest, and I think we're as close as possible to seeing it. I hope that character is already as close as possible, because the numbers that are here are really huge.
Wait, really? Turns out Shadow's Hyper was the strongest. Okay, that seems to be the end of this comparison, and now we're off to watch an interesting sea monster battle animation.
We'll be watching the winner of last week's video battle against Godzilla. It looks like it's going to be the most epic battle possible.
Let's take a look at their fight. Apparently, the battle will take place somewhere in the sea. I think this creepy aquatic creature is going to make things a lot more interesting. Look how gigantic it is compared to Godzilla.
It looks like this battle is really going to be as spectacular as possible. Let's watch it right now. I'm very interested to see who will emerge victorious.
Godzilla decided to strike a powerful blow. She grabbed her enemy by the head and hit him with her tail. Now she's trying to stomp his head with her feet. She seems to be much stronger, but this monster is not so simple.
He decides to counterattack as well. Using his tail, he forces Godzilla to retreat. My God, this fight is really violent. Look at this. It looks like this guy is ready to use a secret attack.
Right now, he's about to direct his electric beam, but this monster managed to parry everything. He swam underwater and attacked Godzilla. It looks like the battle is really evenly matched.
Godzilla punched his opponent and threw him over himself. It didn't seem to stand a chance, but it still managed to strike and bit Godzilla's leg. The creature dragged Godzilla to the bottom of the ocean, where it would have a harder time fighting.
But Godzilla still managed to get out of his grip. Now she's eager to swim to the surface of the water. I hope she succeeds because I'm rooting for Godzilla in this fight.
Apparently, right now, they're going to start attacking each other again. By the way, look, Godzilla can do such interesting punches that it managed to cut the enemy into 2 halves. It looks like Godzilla has won this fight.
Not surprisingly, Godzilla is one of the strongest and most fearsome creatures. But it seems that several more of these creatures have come to his enemy's aid, and the battle will continue.
You and I are about to see another battle between sea monsters. Look at that red thing. It can move not only in the water, but also on land. I think she's found a giant, creepy shark. Or has she? It's not a shark, but an even more gigantic creature that looks extremely frightening.
Oh my goodness. Look at the types of attacks this green creature can use. Okay, looks like we're in for an even more interesting battle. We've seen an attack like this before. Perhaps it's one of Godzilla's friends.
It's weird that all these creatures are starting to have these things glowing. The green creature was much stronger and had defeated its enemy, a very shark-like creature. It has now imprisoned him in its prison of weird green tentacles. Okay, this guy's not to be trifled with.
Let's see if someone can beat it after all. Now we see the creature in the depths of the ocean. Apparently, the red guy went after it to wake it up.
Look at his tail. Looks like he fought a lot and lost part of his tail. Now he's going upstairs for a rematch. It's going to be an epic fight.
He made it to the surface, and the creature did a lot of damage to everything around him. Now he has to confront a giant black monster. Let's see how he behaves when he meets the enemy.
By the looks of it, they're about to start fighting again. I'm very curious to see who will emerge victorious. To be honest, I want the black monster to win, because I think he's kinder than the green monster.
Look how he's using his attack. He doesn't seem to care at all about all those tentacles. He's running straight at his green opponent, but it looks like we won't find out how their fight ends.
It's going to be a violent confrontation. And now we're going to see a battle between two creatures that live deep in the ocean. For all I know, this guy is called the Sea Eater. Oh my God, look at that huge creature with the giant mouth.
We've already seen this creature in another animation where it fought a white monster. It won then. Now it's going to fight a Godzilla-like creature, but this enemy doesn't seem to stand a chance.
Apparently, a creature with huge teeth has a huge size advantage. This fight will be unbalanced, but I still hope the guy with the pink fins can win.
Right now, he's been hit by a tail, and it looks like he's trying to find a position for a successful attack. But it looks like he has very little chance. He has to find the giant creature's vulnerable spot.
This monster has a tremendous amount of attacks. Now it's trying to suck up its enemy, but look, turns out this little creature isn't so ordinary. It has secret attacks too.
He aimed a laser that could do some pretty good damage. Looks like he's got a good chance of winning. Let's see how things develop.
He decided to cut his enemy with a laser from behind. This fight is really epic, and it's unclear until the end who will win. But look, this creature has the ability to throw lasers, and it's weird because it has enough attacks as it is.
He cloned his enemy and released the same creature, but the creature seems to have taken his enemy's side. Now the two of them will fight against the creepy monster.
Look at the way they connected their beams. They were able to blow up that monster. Okay, that was a really cool animation. Now we're off to see some interesting TikToks. It looks a lot like the original cartoon. It looks like this is where Jax was put in a cryo chamber. I'm very surprised that they decided to freeze him, but it looks like it was done because of some kind of virus, and now everyone is going to look for a vaccine.
Oh no, look at that, Gummigoo is sick. It looks like he's contracted that dreaded virus and now he can't move. It seems that all the members of the amazing digital circus have gotten sick and only 2 are left uninfected. And now, a year later, Jax has made it out of the cryo chamber and it looks like Zooble is pretty surprised.
Wait, what is she doing? Is she arresting him? She says she's taking him to the queen. Wait, really? Pomni's become queen? She rules over everything now, and apparently absolutely all the men here are sick. So Jax is the only man left. He thinks he's in paradise, but I think that's just a first glance.
Wait, seriously? They're going to use it to make babies? Okay, that's super weird. It looks like they're going to use the shack to... Wait, what's going on here?
Okay, this is really scary. They're going to warm up in this cave. I think this is one of the most idiotic animations I've ever seen. It's too confusing.
Looks like they found a fire in this cave. Hopefully they'll be okay now. Wait, what did they kiss? Things are happening too fast here, and I honestly feel like it's some kind of complete idiocy.
Gummigoo saw that they had gotten into his cave, and because of this, he decided to close them down to punish them. An hour later, the cave opened, and it seems that he has now decided to punish them.
He asks me if Pomni is my girlfriend. For some reason, she says she really is. God, everything that's going on here is completely idiotic. He says he'll only let us go if she kisses him.
What's going on here? Am I really going to kiss him to get them to let them go? I think this animation is making my head go crazy.
By the way, Jack said he has another girlfriend, and he seems to like that option a lot. The animations here are no longer than a minute, and it's really idiotic.
By the way, guys, now the silhouette of a character from our cartoon will appear on the screen. Pause the video and write in the comments who it is. And if you answer correctly, we will choose a random comment and publish it in our video.
Okay, hopefully you've already put his name in the comments. And the correct answer will appear on the screen in 3, 2, 1. And yes, it's Kinger.
Now we're going to continue watching this animation. Looks like Jax took her on a date and they ended up at some place. By the way, Kane works as a waiter here for some reason. Apparently, he's going to be serving them now.
I think the fan who did this has a bit of a weird imagination. Now Jax has decided to find out all her hobbies, and Jax doesn't seem to particularly like them. Now Jax talks about what he likes to do, and Ragatha doesn't particularly like his answers either.
Okay, this looks as dumb as possible. Looks like the date went a little awry. Apparently she's unhappy with the fact that Jax is totally dysfunctional, and now Kane...
Hi, friends. Today we decided to go through this nasty game again. To find out what's in my room, you need to like and subscribe. Come on, I'm waiting. Well, 3, 2, 1.
There's a puking Pomni here today.
Okay, let's help this chicken. Now, we need to get everything out of her cloaca. But I think that's going to be quite a problem because of the amount of stuff in there.
Oh, okay. We already got the egg and some rainbow thing that looked a lot like poop. I hope it wasn't her. Great. We finally got it all out. And now we're on to the next level.
Let's move on. And look at this. Apparently, this guy got stung right in his buttock. Looks like we need to swat this mosquito. Let's kill it. All right, that mosquito's finally dead. We got him. I'm actually getting the most annoyed with these insects.
Okay, and we're off to the next one. It looks like we're going to have to help a guy pull his hair out here. And we're offered a choice of tools, but we decline. Oh my god, look at this. Turns out it's not a hair, it's a nasty worm.
We finally got it, and it's insanely awesome. It's great. It looks so much better now.
And now we find ourselves in a dental clinic. We're gonna need some help extracting this guy's tooth. Let's do it quickly.
Oh my god, look at that tooth. It's really loose. Okay, let's get it out. This guy's yelling really loud, but I can imagine how much pain he's in. Seems like a very unpleasant process, but for some reason, we can't get it out.
All right, finally. We got that tooth out. God, it was really long and painful, but we got it out. Now we have to help this cat. Apparently he swallowed a mouse.
And no, it turns out we need to help the mouse get out of the cat. Great, she made it to the top, and now she's free. Well, I'm very happy for this mouse, and now we have to help this guy.
Wait, realistically, he's upset because he got the wrong toy, and because of that, he decided to completely break it. God, this guy is a complete idiot. It's entirely possible that his parents simply didn't have enough money for a normal toy, and he decided to show how much he didn't like it this way. I hate to help him do this, but unfortunately, there's no way we can get through this game anymore.
So we still have to help him, but it's a terrible thing to do because after all, his parents gave him some kind of gift. That's an act of consideration. Okay, we helped take this toy apart, and it looks like his parents are gonna be furious. God, this is the worst possible thing. This kid is very naughty.
And we're moving on. And here we need to help that guy get rid of these leeches that are stuck in his arm. Oh my god, they look so disgusting.
Great. We got them out. And now I hope this guy's feeling a lot better. He's screaming really loud. I hope he wasn't in too much pain. Next, we're offered a bonus level, but we're not going to go through it. We need to help that guy get rid of the mugger.
Okay, looks like we need to sting him with this bee. Let's hurry up and do it. Oh my god, look at its sharp sting. And we helped sting this guy right between the buttocks. I hope he wasn't in too much pain. Well, looks like this guy's saved now, and this robber won't take his money, and we're moving on.
Okay, we're going to the next level. And here we're gonna have to help this guy go to the bathroom. Okay, let's help him go to the bathroom. Yeah, great. We're helping him defecate. Actually, it looks as disgusting as possible. But it looks like we've really helped him now, and he's relieved himself a lot.
Okay, that looked super gross. I hope there aren't any more levels like that. Look at this. It turns out we're going to have to help that guy harvest carrots. By the way, this carrot looks as weird as possible. It looks a lot like human legs.
Oh, okay, we got all those carrots and now the crop is harvested. That makes me very happy, and we're moving on. Oh my god, look at this. This girl's got something living in her armpit, and we're gonna have to get it out. Oh my god, look at the sheer number of different hairs and insects. Okay, we got all that hair out with that sticky stuff. And now we've gotten all the insects out. She seems to be feeling much better now. That was about as gross as it gets. Okay, now we need to help this cat get out of the snake. Apparently she swallowed it, but we'll need to help get it out of here.
Oh, okay, I hope we can actually make it, but it's actually really quite difficult because this snake is quite large. Great, we finally got that cat. Well, it looks like its owner is as happy as possible now. And we move on to the next level. Let's see what's waiting for us there. Here, we need to help this guy eat a burger.
Jesus, he didn't even chew it. Okay, let's help him swallow all this food. I think it would be a lot easier if he chewed it, but it looks like this burger is still in one piece, even in his stomach. Well, right now we're heading straight to the next level.
This guy has some kind of oral health problem. My God, he has a huge worm right in his mouth. This guy is really disgusting. I can't imagine what you have to do in your life to let your mouth get so dirty.
But it looks like we've cured him now and we can move on. We've reached the next level. Oh my God, look at that. It's Jax, and he's got the smelliest armpits. I don't think this guy's been taking care of himself at all. Okay, let's get these worms out of here and rip his hair out.
I think it will help him get rid of that bad smell. Oh, look at him. He feels great now. Here we just have to squeeze the poison out of this snake, and we did it with ease.
All right, now this guy's got a whole glass of snake venom, and we're moving on, and it looks like we're about to have to rescue this rhino.
Let's try to help this scorpion sting this hunter. Right now, we need to push that stinger right into its heel. All right.
Look at that. Looks like this guy's gonna suffer from the poison that got into his skin. We can help this woman feed the baby. Looks like this guy doesn't want to eat at all. Okay, well, I think we can handle this difficult task.
Right now, we have to move this spoon right into his mouth. Oh, great! Look at that. It looks like we're finally actually feeding him. But I think it's a rather strange consistency because this stuff is brown and viscous. It's a little bit like poop. Okay, hopefully it's not them, but normal food. Oh, great!
We were able to feed him, and now it looks like his mom is as happy as possible. And we move on, and here we need to help the farmer save his crop. Right now, we're going to need to dig a hole near his crop in order to unhook this worm. Okay, let's try to get through this.
I hope we can actually do this. Now we need to lower this shovel down in order to dig out the worm. All right, now we need to get it out. Look at that, we got it. And now we need to throw it out. Okay, now we need to harvest it. I hope that worm didn't damage it.
Oh, great! Look at this thing. It's really as big as it can get. Okay, we're moving on. Let's see what the next level has in store for us. And that's where we need to help this girl make sushi. Right now, it looks like we need to put this rice. Okay, we've done that, and now I think we need to put some salmon on top of that rice.
I hope we get perfectly even sushi. Awesome! Look at that. It looks like all we have to do now is put these balls on top. Okay, look at that. Now, this roll really does look very pretty. Okay, it looks like she's really happy with what she's gonna eat now.
And we're moving on. Here we need to help this guy jump down with the rope. Hopefully he won't be too scared. Look, it looks like these guys are really scared, and we need to help them down. Cool, now they're jumping with the rope. That's great.
I think they're very scared. It's actually a very extreme kind of vacation. Now we're gonna have to get this guy to fix his chair. Let's try to nail all these nails to this chair. By the way, look at this hammer. This hammer is magic because it nails all these nails on the first try. That's great.
Now this guy's sitting in a chair, and he seems pretty pleased. Okay, well, now we need to rock this whole room in order for these guys to get extreme emotions. I think we can do it like this. Okay, look at that. Looks like they're having a really extreme ride.
Well, okay, well, we've helped rock this rook, and now the guys are in for a very extreme ride. We're going straight to the next level, and here we need to help the bear get free from the trap. Let's quickly try to open this trap in order to free his leg. Look at this, we have actually opened the trap, and now this bear's foot is free. He looks very happy.
And now we're moving on to the next level, and here we need to help this girl. It seems that it turns out that it's not the girl we need to help, but the guy who wants to peep on her. In order to do that, we had to unscrew all these bolts. Oh my God, this is as disgusting as it gets. He's really gonna peep on her, that's so wrong.
Okay, we're moving to the next level. Looks like this is where that guy dropped his phone down the toilet. Oh my God, I think we need to get him to flush the poop first and then get his hands in that toilet because otherwise he'd have to to touch the poop with his hands. But now we've finally been able to help him get that phone out, and I hope that phone is still working.
We are moving on to the next level, and this is where we need to help the vet with this dog.
Okay.
It looks like this dog has gotten some worms, or, although more likely, what looks like constipation. We need to put this dilator in, and now we need to push this pill through.
Great. We did it with ease, and now all her constipation is gone. But it looks like whatever was inside that dog went right into that doctor's face. God, it looked as disgusting as possible.
Okay, we're moving on to the next level. Here, this guy can't seem to find his sneaker, but this cat is about to do some dirty deeds. It looks like he's decided to poop right in this sneaker. Honestly, it's about as disgusting as it gets. Okay, let's help him do it, although I didn't really want to help this cat.
It's quite possible that this guy is late for some important meeting, and he'd be most uncomfortable if his shoes were ruined. Okay, look at this. It looks like this cat is constipated, and we're really making it as difficult as possible to help him.
How'd you handle that? And now we just need to get the last third poop out. Well, I hope we can do that without any problems.
That's great. Look at that. We really did it, and it looks like this guy's gonna be pretty pissed now. Okay, we're moving on. What can we do to help a guy who accidentally hit a nail?
We need to get all these nails out of the tire and then patch the whole tire with these Band-Aids. Okay, we're down to the last Band-Aid. All right, looks like there's no air coming out of that tire now, and this guy can go on his way.
Here, we need to help this girl who decided to chop onions. Let's help her, but I think cutting onions is the worst possible thing to do because it makes everyone cry. Okay, let's just cut all these onions. Wow, look at that. We're really finally getting it all done.
And now we move on to another level. It looks like these guys decided to have a beer, and right now we need to help them with a can opener to open it. Look at that. We actually managed to help them do it. Lucky this beer didn't start foaming and coming out. Well, we passed that level too.
We move on to the next level, and here it looks like a family of homeless people found some food. Let's help them hide it. Okay, that was actually pretty easy. We opened this can very easily, and now it looks like they're going to be fed. And right now, we're moving on to the next game.
Look at that. Looks like we gotta get these cats out of here first. After that, we're gonna have to pick up all this trash.
Yeah, look at this. It looks like there are still various dumpsters here. We were able to move them out of the way, but it looks like there's something else we need to do. Okay, it turns out we need to separate all this trash into different bins.
To be honest, I'm not quite sure how to do it properly. Let's try moving a plastic bottle over here and a paper bottle over here. Okay, this doesn't seem to be as difficult as it initially seems.
Okay, I think we're separating all the trash as correctly as possible. I'm not quite sure what this thing is, but it looks like it should go here. Now we need to move the rest of the plastic into the plastic bin.
This game is really quite interesting. Looks like we're going to have a lot of cleaning up to do. Okay, that's the last of the trash. Great, we've moved it, and now we need to sweep the floor.
This place is awesome! Look at this, we've really made this place perfectly clean. Okay, well, we did it pretty quickly. On to the next level.
Here it looks like we'll need to clean up the pond. Look at that duck. It looks like it is very sad that this pond is as dirty as possible.
Okay, first we got all the weird green stuff out of here. Now we need to get all the water out of here. That's all cleaned up, and now we need to clean all the dirt out of this pool.
Okay, let's finally do it. Great, we did it. And now it looks like we're going to have to scrub all the walls of this pool of the dirt that's been accumulating there for years. Apparently, this pool hasn't been cleaned in a very long time.
Let's get all this stuff out of here now. That's great! Now we need to move all these lilies. Okay, we were able to do that too.
Now it looks like we need to do something else, but I don't know what yet. And we need to close this drain and get the water back in here. Yeah, look at that. Now that duck's happy.
Looks like we were able to get this pond in order. This level was even easier than the previous one, and now we're off to the next. I wonder what we will have to do in the next level.
And look at this. It looks like we're going to need to clean this carpet here. Oh my God, it looks so dirty. Okay, I think we need to wet it down with this water hose first.
All right, we got it wet. Now it looks like we're gonna have to get all this dirt off of it. Let's get some cleaner in here first. I think we're going to be able to get this carpet perfectly clean.
Look how much of this stuff we put in here. Okay, now I think we should get this mop and try to scrub it off. But unfortunately, that's not exactly how it works.
Turns out we needed to use this thing to get the cleaner to penetrate better into the fabric fibers of this rug. Okay, We're going to have to try very carefully to clean what's inside this rug, and I think it's working out almost perfectly.
Okay, now I think that's worth washing out of here. Yeah, look at that. This carpet looks a lot cleaner now than it did before.
Okay, now we need to layer by layer wash all that dirt out of here. Wow, look at that. This hard really does look a lot cleaner. I think we need to use this thing to dry this carpet now.
Wow, I don't think this carpet has ever been this clean at all since I bought it. Okay, look at that. We were able to get all the moisture out of here, and now this carpet is perfectly clean. That's great.
This level was even easier than the previous one, but I enjoyed it a lot, and now we're going straight to the next level.
And in this level, it looks like we won't have to clean anything. This is where we're going to have to cook, and it looks like we're going to have to make some kind of burger or something right now.
Okay, let's try rolling this dough first. Turns out it's not a burger, it's a pizza. Okay, we now have a perfectly round pizza, and I think we need to get the cheese in here now.
Let's add it first. So this will serve as the base for the pizza. Now, I think we're going to put this weird yellow stuff in here. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it looks like it's a sauce, and then we put the cheese in here.
Now we need to add pepperoni here to make this pizza look even tastier. Okay. Actually, it's going to be a lot harder to add here because they're all different sizes, and we need the pieces to fit perfectly in the hole.
Okay, let's get this done quickly. Now we've added some toppings here, and now finally this pizza can be put into the oven.
Okay, let's do it. Great. We put it in there, and now I think this pizza should cook perfectly. I can't wait to see it ready.
Now we need to cut this pizza. Let's cut it into a perfect 8 slices. Wow, look at that. That's pretty cool. We actually managed to cut it into 8 identical pieces.
Now it looks like we were able to feed a huge group of cats, and now we move on to the next level.
In this level, it looks like we need to help heal this cat. Okay, first, I think we need to clean his teeth, because frankly, I think his teeth look as disgusting as possible.
Okay, let's try to do at least with him because he's as dirty as possible. It feels like he's lived outside his whole life, and he's had all these dirty stains rubbed off of him. Now I think we should try to get all that dirt off his teeth after all.
And we do it with a tissue, which is weird because we could have used a toothbrush. Okay, toothbrush. Looks like we're gonna get the yellow plaque off his teeth.
Great! Look at that! I think my teeth are getting a lot cleaner. That looks really cool. We've cleaned his teeth, and now it looks like we're going to need to heal his wounds. Let's try to move all these band-aids over his scratches.
Good, now his wounds are healed. Well, now, I think we're going to need to be honest, I'm not quite sure what. Okay, I think we'll get to that next.
We moved his collar, and now it turns out that there really are too many items, and we can't do everything we need to do. I'm not really sure what we need to do in this level. It seems to be running out of time.
Jesus, explain to me what we need to do here. I think this is really too hard for us. This level really proved to be impenetrable, and we didn't seem to be able to get through it. So I suggest we go straight to the next game.
Oh no, it looks like this guy was in maximum pain. Apparently his arms can't stretch that much, but now we've gotten to some kind of closet, and right now he's found a cat in it.
And we've moved on. It looks like we can even change character skins, but we're not gonna do that because we have to watch commercials for that. And now we need to somehow move this guy to get those handcuffs.
All right, these handcuffs are in his hand. Now we need to go lower. Yeah, look at that. Turns out we had to hit this guy to get him to stop taking pictures.
And we're moving on. Okay, here we just need to get this guy down low. And look at that. Looks like someone lost a letter.
Oh no, look at that, he's down. But it looks like he couldn't get that letter, and now he finally has it. And now he needs to add it to the billboard.
Thank you.
Great! Now all the letters are in place and it says the word. Let's move on. Look, it looks like in this level we need to get to these scissors right away.
Let's get them soon so this guy can come down and help cut a piece of this fabric. Or it's not fabric, it's something else. It was probably some kind of language. I don't really understand what's being drawn here.
Okay, well, we're moving on. Look at this. It looks like we're customizing this guy's room, and we just added a window in here. Okay, it looks like this guy's gonna be living in a room with a window.
Finally, it won't be dark in here. Well, we're moving on.
Look at this. There's some kind of moving platform. It looks like some kind of elevator. And now we've been able to get this character up here. Look at this. He landed right here. And it looks like all the debris from this dumpster was thrown on him.
I think the dude definitely stinks a lot now. And we're moving on to the next level, and it looks like we need to get this lighter so he can heat up this weird container of water.
Great, he was able to heat it up, and now it looks like this character has decided to boil in this huge vat. Well, God bless him, as they say. Let's move on to the next level.
We move on. Now we are again offered to unlock the skin. But we won't do it, because if I watch the commercial even one more time, I'll probably die.
Okay, it looks like we just accidentally touched that chainsaw, causing our character to die. We need to find some other way we can get in there. I think if we're more careful, we can definitely do that.
Yeah, look at that. We found a workaround, and now he can finally land on his friend who has his tongue stuck to a pole for some reason. This guy must be a little bit of a jerk.
We got to the next level, and it looks like we need to use the elevator again. Great timing here, and it looks like this guy wants to rescue his friend from the fire. Yeah, look at that. We were able to move him right here, and he was able to get her out of the burning window.
Okay, hopefully they'll be okay now. And we move on to the next level, and this is where it looks like we need to help the mermaid. Okay, the most important thing right now is not to touch that bomb. I hope we can do that.
Look, we were able to move him. Now he saved this mermaid and sent her back to the ocean.
Moving on, and here we need to move this guy again. It looks like so he can still get a motorcycle helmet. Yes, let's get him downstairs, because riding a motorcycle without a helmet is about as dangerous as possible.
Okay, we were finally able to move him, and now this guy along with his motorcycle helmet is on this moped. Okay, it's really great that we were able to help him.
Here again, we need to help this guy get to the surface of the water. Looks like we need to help him catch a fish there. Oh no, look at that, it's a mermaid again.
Okay, that seemed a little weird. Actually, are there mermaid guys? Totally irrelevant. By the way, look at this. We could even unlock a hand skin for him, but we're not going to do that because it's not in our best interest to watch commercials.
And now we were able to move that guy back onto the golf course, and now he was able to hit that ball with his club. All right, moving on.
Now we have to help this guy get the shoe first. And then he's gonna go downstairs and return it to its rightful owner. Great, now she looks a lot happier.
Well, I'm glad we were able to cheer her up, and we're moving on.
Oh wow, look at that! Now we can modernize this guy's house again. Well, I don't think he needs curtains for that window. Let everyone on the street see what he's doing.
And right now, I think we're gonna get him this interesting book thing, because I think he should definitely read books because he looks as dumb as possible. Okay, we'll also get him a dog. Yeah, let's get him a dog.
Great! Now he's got a pet walking around in here. It looks super cute. And it turns out we can still unlock the rest of the rooms later, but we can't do that now.
All right, we've reached the next level. Here, first, we need to get to the lever, and then we can move this guy to this giant barrel. Looks like he's here to rescue his friend who's trapped in it.
Well, with the rope, he was able to get his friend out of the barrel. Now we're gonna need to use the lever again. Cool. There's not just one lever, there's two.
Now we need to move this guy right to that chair again, but I wouldn't move there because the dog under that chair looks aggressive. Turns out he decided to scold his pet for messing up his stuff.
Next level. Here we need to use the lever again and move this guy right to the paper with the password on it. Great, now he has the password to this safe, and we've moved him right to the safe.
Now he can open it, but it turns out there was a cat sitting in that safe. Looks like he was eating fish at this point. Okay, and we're here. We are again offered to change our skin, but we won't do it.
Oh no, we accidentally yanked that arm too hard and that arm cut off with a chainsaw.
Now we need to get this guy up higher in order for him to get to that sunblock. Well, we were finally able to help him get through this level, and I think right now we're going to go watch some interesting TikToks.